Hello and welcome back to Whiskey Wars. My name is Sean and tonight we'll be going through 5 bourbons you should not buy. That's right, they're worse than the dumpster fire that 2020 was. Let's get into it. So, let's be clear on the rules of this list. These are not just disappointing bourbons. These are not overhyped bourbons. These are not bourbons that, well, could have been better. No, you should not buy these for any reason, because no matter what price point we're talking about, whether it be budget or higher, wherever these fall at, there are dozens of bottles that are far better than these bottles we're going to go through tonight. So let's start with our budgeter that you should never buy. Jim Beam White Label. This thing continues to disappoint over and over and over again. No matter how many times I blind it against other budget bottles, it loses horribly, and mainly because it's just a bottle of nothingness. It's like mildly cinnamon flavored vodka if you put a ton of sour oak notes into it as well. There's nothing positive about this bourbon. I don't care what other budget options you're finding, it's got to be better than this. I mean, any of the Evan Williams line's better. Benchmark line is better. We could go on and on about things. Ezra Brooks is better. Just basically pick a bottle on the budget line at your local store, the bottom shelfers, and it'll probably beat Jim Beam. I dare you. Blind them, and I bet Jim Beam loses. And the biggest problem is it's only 40% alcohol, so it's just barely even whiskey to begin with. And it tastes like it's just barely whiskey. Put up some polls just to see how other people thought about it, and Jim Beam came in second only to what our number one option will be. So many people, not just myself, despise this bottle. So take many people's advice and don't buy it. Now, on to our number 2, slightly higher in price, but barely better at all. James E. Pepper. Now, this is a sourced product, and you know, it's a cool bottle, 1776, all that good stuff. We got on the back, born with the Republic, which none of that's true. What is true is that there's tons of sour oak notes in this. It tastes very youthful, it tastes very young. And here's the problem, it's $30, and when you get into the $30 price point, there's way too many good options to buy this bottle. It's like the worst of the bunch, and here's what you can have instead. Cooper's Craft, the base or the 100 proof. Woodford Reserve, Old Forester 86 or 100 proof, or the Rye, Wild Turkey 101, Wild Turkey 101 Rye, Russell's Reserve 10-year. Let's see what else, any of the Evan Williams lineup. I could go on, but I think you get the point. This thing just is not good for the price point it's at. It might compete better at around $20, but at $30, it's a no-go. Don't buy it, don't waste your money. Number 3 on our list, I'm going to make this bottle infamous if it kills me. I know a lot of people think I'm wrong about this one, but I'm not, because my taste buds work, and this tastes like wood stain. It's awful. Now, a lot of people have said that the Woodinville store picks, their single barrels and barrel proofs, and also their port finish is much better. Although I've heard from some people that the port finish is not better, it might be worse. So I leave it up to you guys. You can roll the dice if you want. You can not believe me. Buy one yourself and see if you think it tastes like wood stain or other chemicals that you might put on wood to preserve it. I'm not trying to preserve my insides though, so I refuse to buy another bottle. Now, on to number 4. The next 2 actually, I don't own a bottle of because I'm taking my own advice and not buying them. I have tried them though, and number 4 is Basil Hayden's. Basically the whole line. It's all watered down crap. It's the same nothingness that Jim Beam White Label is, except for it's $50, most of the bottles. So it's an 80 proof bourbon that is mainly water and has almost zero flavor. If that's what you're after, then I don't really understand your decision making. At the $50 price point that Basil Hayden's is at, you could have Old Forester 1910, Woodford Double Oak, any of the Michter's line. You could have Eagle Rare for that, Russell's Reserve 10-year. Again, lots of options. I could keep going. You get the point though. Don't buy Basil Hayden's, you're going to be disappointed. All right, now this one won by a landslide. Our number one option for a bottle you should not buy, and not just me, literally got 100 votes more than second place. That is Willet Pot Still. And no, I don't own one because I've tried it enough times to know that I don't need to own one. It's just bad. Lots of sour oak notes, a lot of youthful notes, grassy, kind of lemony notes. It's just really sour and off-putting. All the barrel notes you don't want, not the rich, toasty oak notes. It's none of that. What's sad to me is that people chase this bottle. I don't understand it, but they do. I don't get it. I see guys come in the liquor stores near me all the time asking for it. They can't find the big bottle, which that one is more like $80. Why are you doing this to yourself? I truly do not get it. I think there's just dozens, like all the ones I've mentioned so far, that are better at that price point. Just stop buying this bottle. You're going to be disappointed, especially if you have a variety of other bourbons near that price point. Willet Pot Still is not going to stand up to them at all, in my opinion. So, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful to you. I hope you save the money that I have spent in the past on these bottles, and that way you can spend them on other things that are better. And also, let me know down in the comments some bottles you've bought that were disappointing or terrible or just things you should absolutely avoid. Let us know that down in the comments. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And as always, folks, if you want to see more from me, you can click right here. And if you're really enjoying the channel, you can subscribe right here. And until next time, folks, just remember, you can never have too much good whiskey.